Hi, my name's Andy Gallimore, and I am the president and CRO of Flowolf. And Flowolf is now the owner of the SalesWon CRM CPQ platform that's built on the ServiceNow platform. Today, I'm going to go through the product overview for the SalesWon product. So looking at the overarching product, we can see that from a full capability for SalesOne, we do cover campaign management, which really covers the management of either activities and or the leads and follow through, the expenses, or the opportunities won of a campaign to understand the efficacy of the campaigns. We're not covering the HubSpot email generation or things of that nature, but we allow for a nice base for understanding what are the costs to manage the campaign, as well as then what is the return on the investment, what are the opportunities that are closed and won because of that campaign. Moving from campaigns into leads, we do have the ability to manage the lead, the activity around that lead, making sure that we can ultimately qualify those leads and turn them into contacts, accounts, as well as opportunities for ongoing sales activities. From a leads perspective, we can start at the lead or we can start at the campaign. You have the flexibility with our product to be able to start wherever you're really looking to start the process. But from a lead perspective, we can manage do not calls and attempts where you might get false leads that don't want you to call them anymore, and we can help maintain that database so that you're not breaching any type of confidence or requests from clients not to reach out to them for further consumption of your goods or services. So in the process of creating a lead, you can go through and obviously create the contact or multiple contacts that are associated to a lead. And then ultimately, we would not create an account record until we've qualified that lead. In our CRM, we really look for the ability to keep clean data. And at the lead generation perspective, you might get a lead that's from an account that you're already actively working with. And we have business rules that will allow us to manage that lead. And then when we convert that lead over to an opportunity, not duplicate the account records or contact records that are associated to the existing account. Managing contacts and accounts at the domain levels and customer name levels. We allow you to kind of showcase that and then also have summary views of each of accounts and understand where you're really making an impact in your business. At an opportunity level, once the lead is converted to an opportunity and it's qualified in that qualified state, we do also have the ability to manage that opportunity. This is where we start bringing in key details of maybe the sales team that's going to be associated to it. You can also initiate that at the lead level. But now we start managing the opportunity details around what type of opportunity, what type of financials around the opportunity, when do we expect that opportunity to close, and what activities and processes are around the lead cycle and the opportunity cycle. Upon managing the opportunity, many of our customers, you can use our CPQ, which would allow for a detailed quoting process. Or if you just use the CRM, then we can allow you to manage just the financials that you would input at an individual level. But if you're using our CPQ and our configure price quote capability, we do have a user interface that would allow you to do a pick list of the various products and services that you might offer to your customers and select those to configure your quote process and ultimately generate the quote for review to the customer. Now, because we are built on the ServiceNow platform, we do have widgets and or sales portal that would be able to be extended to external clients to the point where you wouldn't have to necessarily send all of the sales documentation into email. You can actually just leverage the service portal and notifications to your end consumers to modify or make changes or edit or review and approve those quotes that are being created. At the point of a quote being accepted, we would then move that into an order stage that allows you to do the order processing for formal T's and C's and contract details that would be associated with the arrangement, whether that be product or service, and then ultimately go through that signature process to finalize the master deal with regards to your customers and their consumption. At the order level, we do also have order fulfillment tasks and capabilities that allow you to manage the orders and manage the fulfillment of those orders so that you can ultimately get to the baseline need, and that is to invoice and receive payment. At the onset of orders, we do have a wrapper for contracts over top of orders. And what that is from a CRM standpoint, it allows us to then show a full contract that includes multiple active orders. So at a glance, you can see for this particular contact or this particular account, we have these active orders that are currently being managed. Maybe you have subscription services, maybe you have managed services, things that could be renewed later, and you need an at-a-glance view of what active orders are out there. We leverage our contracts capability to sum those together and give you one single view of everything that's active in the time frame that you're looking at. And then finally, from an agreement perspective, this is our general capability, and this can be used both internal to SalesWon. We use it for our quoting and our orders and our contracts, but you can also use it for other agreements, such as master services agreements or NDAs, or it can be used for just general statements of work for that you're reviewing with clients and things of that nature that may be external to a sales process. From an agreement standpoint, we do have the ability to modularize agreements and put those into content blocks. And those content blocks can then be edited back and forth between your internal users and your consumers to allow you that full view of managing the agreement process. Now, if you're familiar with the ServiceNow capability, I've mentioned the various capabilities here. Where we look at the SalesWon capabilities that are listed on top of those, we've kind of gone over those pieces. But now on the foundation of the ServiceNow functionality, you can see that single database, the workflow capabilities, the best workflow platform in the world, hands down, that I've ever worked with, flexible and pliable to business processes. And then looking at it from a cloud infrastructure perspective, this is a SaaS-based solution on the ServiceNow platform that allows for a lot of flexibility and compliance and security. So moving forward in those opportunities to manage the SalesWon platform, we have a lot of capabilities that are built on the ServiceNow platform, but the benefit of using the ServiceNow core platform gives us notifications and portal experiences and catalog experiences and data and analytics all at the root without us having to build anything special. So the power of the SalesWon platform is absolutely built on the power of the ServiceNow platform. That's an overview of our SalesWon platform.